more water. All right. So, it's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor, Alonzo Hall, your social media insurance broker. And I'm back again today to wipe and tap on your head with another ADH Wealth solution. As you see here, I said shout out to Diamond Dave. Because come to find out, a lot of people watch my content, but they don't give credit to where it's due. Finding out that you're a dynamic person and you just don't fall into that bullshit popularity contest. Shout out to Diamond Dave. I saw he's in fact, let's see if I can pull up the YouTube and show you what he's got going on. Something that I've been talking about for quite some time. And I find it funny, motherfuckers are finally listening. Right? So let's take a look at YouTube, right? Let's take a look at Diamond Dave. Right? Diamond Dave. Shout out to the brother. No hate. Right? Let's see on this community, even though I don't believe in the whole options, but he says, I am doing an interview with a financial coach, which is bullshit, right? There's no such thing as really, without the licensure, you really, really shouldn't be giving this financial advice because there's no recourse that can be taken. But I'm doing an interview with a financial coach about how men should budget for dates tomorrow. Do you have any questions around the topic of dating and budgeting for men that you want me to ask her? Now, fellas, if y'all know me, y'all know I've been in this space saying if you're doing dates, you should be going to a financial advisor. Why? Because dating is something that you're going to be doing and it's part of your fucking budget. There shouldn't be even a whole fucking live stream. Except it seems the fact that when people who deal with people who are really doing shit, no slight to the brother, no slight to Erica Williams neither. No slight to what's her name? The real Dana. But y'all are in this chitlin circuit of bullshit. I was on the stream yesterday with the former comptroller general. Right? That's a motherfucker who actually does things. Who actually made the comptroller general of the fucking United States of America. Not just chitlin circuit. Right? And a lot of shit that we're following right now, again, I got love for Diamond Dave. I got love for Erica Williams. I got love for Dana, Judge Joe Brown. But y'all are doing chitlin circuit shit. Can you say I'm a little jaded? Yes. Because yesterday, when I'm on with a white guy, he's like, oh, well, I don't know if it would be, exactly good for me to, speak to the black community. And both me and another person who are black were like, yeah, because black people listen to you. We won't listen to the other black people. Unless we're shucking and jiving and chitlin circuiting. Right? So I'm going to show y'all right now. Please, if you feel like it, watch Diamond Dave shit. But I've been telling y'all this for a while. I'm not going to be here for a long time. But let's just check this out. This is something called a fact finder. A personal confidential planning questionnaire. Let's just look at some of the things we go over here, right? Because we go over your budget. Actually, this isn't the one that goes over the budget. But I'm going to pull up a budget guard. Here we go. Where is it? Budgeting organizer. Here we go. Wrong tab. Let me share the other tab, which is a budgeting organizer. Okay, so this is your budget organizer. Goes over your fixed, your variable, personal expenses, fixed and variable business expenses, right? Shit like mortgage, rent, property tax. This is why you need to come to a fucking financial advisor and pay me my fee, because I can get you right. Instead of dropping fucking tons of dollars in niggas' cash apps to learn how to go to Pornhub. Right? So those are your fixed expenses. But if you'll notice here, variable expenses, entertainment. What does it say right here? Dining out. Dining the fuck out. You see that? Dining out. Zero, what's up, brother? So if y'all are going to sit here, hold on, and go see Brother Diamond Dave, when I've been saying this shit, I'm going to share my whole screen. I've been saying this shit for years. Now, again, salute to the brother. Maybe he has a little bit of a bigger following than me. Good. I'm glad for that. Maybe it's because I'm like Tupac. I ain't trying to do all this fancy bullshit. I'd rather give you the content than some fancy fucking pictures. Do you have questions around the topic of dating and budgeting? Yes. Where do you get those answers from? A financial advisor like myself. Because look, this is part of what, when you pay for sitting down with me, this is part of what you get. Another part of what you get. We go over your assets and liabilities, so on and so forth. The reason a lot of you motherfuckers don't come is because you're scared to actually see this shit on paper. You think I'm going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you. I don't care. As long as you can pay my fee. Right? Again, your fixed expenses. Now let's go to your variable expenses. So what do you think dining out is? Right? That's part of your dating strategy. It says, I see you got the expense list out. Yes, because this. Right? He has, dude, I talk about this shit just about every panel I go on. Right? Just like, shout out to Black Women Making Money, 5 questions you should ask your financial advisor from Yahoo Finance. But they're only asking you about tax deferral. I'm telling you about tax avoidance. Why the fuck would you want to defer taxes? Then avoid them. Right? So again, let's look at this, because dating is entertainment. Right? So you need to have a budget for dating. So when people are like, is $300 too much for a first date? I don't know. What's your dining out expense per month? What is it in your entertainment budget? Maybe instead of going to the movies or the fucking Lakers game, you put some of that money into your dining out for this month. Right? Because these are things that are actually measured of these men. Again, hold on. I got to go to Google. Comptroller, former Comptroller General. David Walker. Right? David Walker served as Comptroller General of the United States from 1998 to 2008. He began his term when he took on his oath of office November 9th, 1998. He was appointed by Bill Clinton. Right? Now watch this. Right? We're going to go to my channel. Right? We're going to go to my channel. Because I'm tired of seeing all y'all with the bullshit. Let's go to my channel yesterday. I did a video where wealthy people spend their time. Right? Let's see who's up here. Hold on. We got some people from Pakistan. Da-da-da. Who's this? Dave Walker, former U.S. Comptroller General. Hold on. David Walker served as Comptroller General of the United States. Meanwhile, y'all are sitting here with Erica Williams. No shade to her, but she ain't got the fucking Comptroller General. Diamond Dave, no shade to him, but he ain't got the fucking former comptroller general. Dana, she's got fucking celebrity guest what's his fucking name? Judge Joe Brown. But that's not the comptroller general. So put some respect on my name, all three of y'all. Again, y'all niggas got all this popularity in the chitlin circuit. Y'all ain't mattering where it fucking matters. Right? It's not seeming to go on where it fucking matters. I had a whole panel yesterday. Dave Walker, former U.S. Comptroller General. Let's listen. Hold on. Let me see if I can. What's going on, Cynical? Knowing your expenses, especially when it comes to your savings and investments, so you can control your money. Right, but not just those expenses. Listen, you got to know that when it comes to mating and dating. Especially black men, because we do all this bullshit thinking that women are gold diggers. Because black women expect some form of financial security when we're going out on a date. Now, yes, if she says, well, to date me, you know, our first date, you need to take me to Roof Crisp. What is Roof Crisp, miss? Roof Crisp sounds like we're eating Captain Crunch. You mean Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, which is a chain restaurant? Right? Again, bro, hold on. I showed you here. I'm not just, this is what I do for a living, right? I use social media for business. A lot of these motherfuckers use social media as business. No, not even Ruth, Chris. Roof. Like the roof of your mouth. Roof Crisp. I saw it on a Facebook post. The chick was like, in order to date me, you know, she showed the biggest gluteus maximus. You had to take me to Roof Crisp. I said, oh, we in Captain Crunch. No doubt. What is it, $3.69 for a box of Captain Crunch? I could swing that. Right? But again, this is things that I sit and I take out when you become my client. When you pay that $500 fee, used to be $300. Yesterday's price is not today's price. When you get your budget organizer and we go through your fixed expenses, your variable expenses, your total personal expenses, your fixed and variable expenses, your total expenses, fixed expenses. Let's say you pay $28.72 a month in mortgage. That's $34,464 a year you're spending on your housing expenses. Right? Let's say your car payment is $479.62 a month. You're paying $5,755 a year on your car note. Well, they rounded it up to $480. Right? Let's say you're paying $798 a month on your credit card. That's $9,576. Let's say you're spending $1,000 a month on your life insurance. That's $12,000 a year on your life insurance. Let's say you're spending $68 a month on disability, $816 a month for disability insurance. Hey, Malika, how you doing? He says, oh, that's worse. The roof is on fire. You already know it. But again, no shade to Diamond Dave, no shade to the real Dana, no shade to Erica Williams. But y'all are some chitlet circuit motherfuckers when it comes to the fact that I'm doing panels with people, like I said. Hold on, let me show y'all again. We ain't chitlin circle over here. Malika, let them know. Champions and contenders. Right? You see this podcast? These are from people all across the planet. Right? Comptroller General, former Comptroller General Dave Walker. Right? And like I said, when I Googled who he was, just for the hell of it, just to show y'all the types of circles that I'm in. Former Comptroller David Walker. So he was there from Bill Clinton to Obama. Right? Comptroller General of the United States. Let's see. What does the Comptroller General do? The Comptroller General of the United States is the Chief Accountability Officer for the federal government and has many responsibilities, including auditing the financial statements presented to Congress and the President of the Office of Management and Budget Dictator and Treasury Secretary. The Comptroller General issues government auditing standards. He monitors and evaluates the operations of the administration, including its reporting activities. Right? The Comptroller General's term is 15 years and cannot be reappointed. He did 10 years. Right? He served, he was the first president and CEO of the Peter G. Peterson Foundation, and he previously served as the Comptroller General of the United States, ahead of the U.S. GAO, Government Accountability Office. So, am I saying that to toot my own horn? A little bit. But the reality is the value that you're getting from a person like me in the rooms that I'm in, a lot of these motherfuckers are not. They're staying in the Chitlin circuit. You know what the Chitlin circuit is? My dear. We didn't get to go on Broadway. We didn't get to go on Broadway because we didn't do the shit that allowed us to get on Broadway. You think a black production isn't on Broadway? A Raisin in the Sun. Broadway. Wasn't Chitlin circuit. Right? But the level of expectation and the level of entertainment and the level of what you're going to get from a Raisin in the Sun on Broadway is a whole lot different than you're going to get from a Madea at your local comedy theater. Yeah, has he parlayed into $1 billion company? Finally. But really all he's doing is putting out Chitlin circuit shit. Because his serious movies didn't get taken too seriously when he became Alex Cross. Right? We're not Chitlin circuit over here. So again, let's look at this dating stuff. But before I continue, let's do this. Let me share my whole screen. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's take a look at some of the calculators. As you can see here, this is my back office for one of my carriers. Let's go to calculators. All right? So, let's look at the different type of calculators that I have here. Let's increase this screen. So we can do product specific like annuities or life insurance. We can do income calculators. And this is what happens when you become my client, right? As we do reviews and all that, you may not see these, but when we sit down the first time and I take your numbers from these calculations, right? From these budget organizers, right? I then go with my team into these calculators. How will retirement impact my living expenses? Social Security retirement income estimator. How does inflation impact my retirement needs? I'm retired. How long will my savings last? Should I convert discretionary expenses into savings? See, the problem is there's too many bullshit financial coaches and motherfuckers like Wall Street Trapper. So when you get a real nigga like myself, who again, I'm on panels with the fucking comptroller. Not with fucking Diamond Dave. And again, salute to Diamond Dave. That's my guy. When it comes to options trading, that's my guy. I don't do options trading. But he's telling you kind of some falsities. Because you can't options trade unless you have a margin account. Unless you're going to pay for the security in full. So these are retirement income calculators. We can calculate your current income. How much am I spending? How much do I need for emergencies? Here's a big one that everybody, cash flow. I got this cash flow. What is my current cash flow? Right? We can do monthly or annual figures. We can look at your incentive, your itemized income, right? Your interest on your savings account, CDs, etc. The dividends from your stock, your Social Security benefits, your pensions, your alimony or child support, your other income. Let's itemize your expenses, right? The list goes down here. Then you submit and it'll come up with a calculation for you, right? Now let's look at some of the other taxes and debt. What is my potential estate tax liability? My federal income tax. Should I adjust my payroll withholdings? Will my investment interest be deductible? Boom. We can look at your tax bracket, your dividend income, your interest income, your short-term capital gains, investment interest you pay, margin account interest, interest paid on debts incurred in order to invest, such as margin accounts, right? Because if I go to FINRA, right? Let's go to FINRA.org. Oh, hold on. FINRA.org, right? I'm going on a WAP and TAP fest today. Let's go to FINRA.org. Let's type in day trading on FINRA. Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. Day trading. Day trading. Do you actively trade stocks? If so, it's important to know what it means to be a pattern day trader. What is day trading? Day trading, as defined by FINRA's margin rule, refers to a trading strategy where an individual buys and sells or sells and buys the same security in a margin account on the same day in an attempt to profit from the small movements in the price of the security. FINRA's margin rule for day trading applies to day trading any security, including options. Day trading in a cash account is not permitted. All securities purchased in cash accounts must be paid for in full before they are sold. In the cash account under FINRA rules, purchasing a security and paying for it in full as required by Regulation T and then selling a security is not considered a day trade. So you're cash account trading. You're not day trading. You need a few more zeros behind that. Who is a pattern day trader? You're a pattern day trader if you execute 4 more day trades within 5 business days. What are the requirements for a pattern day trader? First, pattern day traders must maintain a minimum equity of $25,000 in their margin account on any day that the customer day trades. This required minimum equity. So that's the least you can have. Why do I have to maintain minimum equity of $25,000? Day trading can be extremely risky for both the day trader and the brokerage firm that clears the day trader's transactions. Right? Don't believe me? Go to fucking FINRA, FINRA.org. Prince Pierre, what's going on? We ain't holding no hands. We stomping down. Look at these calculators. What are the tax implications on paying interest? How much of my Social Security benefit may be taxed? Compare taxable, tax-deferred, and tax-free investment growth. Again, shout out to Black Women Making Money. She posted an old-ass Yahoo Finance article about 5 questions to ask your financial advisor. Home mortgage. Oh, wait, but I sell life insurance. Why the fuck do I have calculators on mortgage? I'll tell you why. Let's go to Google. And many mortgage loan originators. Can I qualify for a mortgage using life insurance. Yes, life insurance can help you qualify for a mortgage and get a lower interest rate. Lenders may accept your life insurance as collateral, which can improve your chances of getting approved for a mortgage. So why do they keep telling you to borrow from your 401k? Let's go to Chat GPT real quick. Chat GPT. Let's go to Chat GPT. Explain using life insurance to qualify for a mortgage versus borrowing from your 401k. And let's see, list the maximums available and pros and cons of each. Enter. When it comes to qualifying for a mortgage, many people explore options beyond traditional savings to meet down payment and reserve requirements. Two common methods are using life insurance cash value and borrowing from a 401k. Let's break down both options, including maximums, pros, and cons. Using life insurance cash value. How it works. If you have a permanent life insurance policy, such as whole life or index universal life, it may have accumulated cash value. This cash value can be accessed through a policy loan or withdrawal and can be used for a down payment, closing costs, or to meet reserve requirements when applying for a mortgage. Policy loan. Generally, you can borrow up to 90 to 95% of the cash value depending on the insurance company. Partial withdrawal typically allows you to withdraw from 50 to 100% of the available cash value depending on the policy terms. No taxes on loans. As long as the policy stays in force, policy loans are not considered taxable income. Pros, no impact on your DTI ratio. What? So unlike a 401k where it impacts your debt to income, this doesn't impact that. No credit check. Accessing your cash value does not require a credit check, making it easier for those with lower credit scores. Continued growth. This is the uninterrupted compound interest that we're talking about with life insurance. In many cases, the cash value continues to grow based on the full policy value, even while you have a loan outstanding. I mean, this is shit I've been saying for decades, almost 2 decades now. This is shit that probably Dr. Claude Anderson been saying for probably 8 decades. Flexibility and repayment. Now the cons. Policy lapse risk. If you don't repay the loan and the interest accumulates beyond the policy's cash value, it could cause a policy lapse. Possible. Reduced death benefit. An outstanding loan reduces the death benefit if the insured passes away before the loan is repaid. Opportunity cost. The money may not be available for other financial needs or opportunities. See, here's the bullshit. They talk about opportunity costs. In a 401k, guess what? There's opportunity cost too, because you got to put the money in there to have it build up. In an investment, there's opportunity cost there because you got to put the money in there to have it build up. So there's always opportunity cost. The opportunity cost is if I put $1 here, I can't put it elsewhere. So people play on the fucking fact that most people are unsophisticated investors and don't fucking understand this shit. And yeah, I'm cursing, cut, and all that shit. You know why? Let's look at Dan Pena, a fucking Hispanic billionaire who curses like a motherfucker. Let's listen to some of the shit he says. Let's see if we can see him going on a rant. Oh, Meanwhile, when I speak to the black community, oh my God, Alonzo, you're swearing. Oh, this is going to affect your bit. Fuck y'all. You didn't hear anything? Okay, hold on. Let me run it back and hold on. Let's do this. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear Dan Pena going off.
You have never met anybody like me, and you probably never will, because you're a cunt. Where's the vagina cream? I give you this vagina cream so you can rub it on your snatch, because you're all cunts. And everybody you know is a cunt. Don't you understand that? Do you know anybody with any balls whatsoever? Do you know any real men? No, the answer is no. In the scenario where you purchase the deal and the owner of it takes back 10 years, for example, and you exit the deal within 5 years, are you obligated to pay? Of course you're obligated to pay him, you fucking idiot. What do you think, you're gonna run away like a thief? Jesus Christ, get some brain. Now, the last time I did these fucking questions, a couple years ago, I stopped because of these kind of stupid questions. If at the end of this scenario, I get the same kind of question, I'm never going to do this again. You understand? Do some fucking homework, you fucking meathead moron. Yes.
Does the thing goes on YouTube, everything? We have to edit the gypsy, blah, 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 blah.
No, we're not editing a fucking on anything.
No, but we don't put it on YouTube because there will be some people watching. And if you want to put some blogs with whatever, just to mock on people, that's not fair. I mean, we can keep the mocking in the room, please.
No, you're wrong. We can't keep it in the goddamn room.
We cannot put everything on the internet.
Hey, we can put anything I want to fucking put on the internet, so shut the fuck up.
Okay, I'll put anything on the internet.
Well, I don't give a fuck with you. And if I don't like what you put on the internet while you're here, I'll throw you out of the fucking castle. And if you think I'm kidding, try me.
I know, okay.
Fucking try me. And if you don't like it, get out now.
But, I mean, it's not...
I don't give a fuck. You understand me? Don't piss me off. You're in no position to piss me off.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck if your mother died in your arms. Where's the fucking weekly report, you cunt? I'm serious. I don't give a shit. We've had guys, their wife is giving birth. As God is my witness. He's a doctor, Dr. Joe. Push, honey. Oh, yeah, Dan, I got push, honey, push. I don't give a shit. Nobody, don't you understand? Nobody cares about all the trials and tribulations of your fucking weak cunt lives. Don't you understand that? What the fuck do I have to do here? You fucking morons. I saw every regret since I'm born till I fell dead in my son's rehearsal dinner flashed before me in 100 millionth of a second. Every fucking regret she ever had.
All right. We're going to stop that one because, yes, he has a potty mouth. But this other person has a potty mouth, too. This person is the president and CEO of fucking Morgan Stanley. Right? He did a now on Squawk on the Street. He's probably, you know, very TV friendly, right? Let's see if we can see him going on a rant. Hold on, Ted Pick rant. Mike Gundy. Let's see if I could just put Ted Pick. So Ted Pick is another
202 in the first quarter, 182 in the second quarter, 188 in the third quarter. So I think it's a consistency.
All right, well, we can't really see that, but he's fucking potty mouth too. So and she says, and you see that the rooms are full of people because these are the people who have the fucking money, right? Unfortunately, what happens is we as regular folks, right? And because I'm putting myself in the room with regular folks, I'm not a billionaire like these motherfuckers, right? But we as regular folks, we don't get into the rooms with these wealthy individuals and understand that they are on some shit, right? Again, do you think that the motherfucker here...
and they tried to do more. the reason
Do you
that
think the former comptroller, Dave Walker, was nice in the boardroom? He might have been nice and family friendly, just like I say to Sheed, hey, you know what? I want to edit my content. Maybe I do want to stop cursing, spitting, and listening to gangster rap so fucking often because I want to have the ability for people's children to watch my content. Prime example, this morning, I got up to do my morning walk. I was watching a little bit of YouTube. It was some very viral shit that was going on the YouTube channel I was watching, right? It was dudes talking about BBLs and all this other shit. And then a gentleman got on the elevator with me, but he had his daughter on the elevator. You know what I did? I muted the fucking YouTube because I didn't want to warp this little girl's perception. Number one, I didn't want to warp her perception of me or her dad, right? This is a black man with his daughter, mixed or not, but there's a black man with his daughter. Last thing I want to do is skew the way a young black woman, a young black girl looks up to black men. She don't need to see me out there with a potty mouth and doing all this shit because there's enough black men out there who are on some bullshit that she don't need to see. She needs to see us in the light of superheroes. She sees me as a respectable black man. I see her, hi, sweetheart, how you doing? Keep her in that innocent phase. Because life, and her father, I'm sure, is appreciative of that. Right? Soon as we got off the elevator, we went our separate ways. Now I'm turning my shit back up. Oh, these bitches ain't shit. Blah, 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 blah. These niggas ain't shit. But she don't need to see that. I need to respect her. And her father didn't ask that of me. He probably wouldn't have asked that of me. But as a man and as black men, we need to be cognizant of shit like that. Right? So again, let's go back to the Chat GPT. Because Chat GPT was showing us how you're qualifying for the home. No doubt, Malika. But listen, I want to remain a superhero in the eyes of children. Right? So again, Chat GPT, borrowing from a 401k, how it works. Many employer-sponsored 401k plans allow participants to take loans against their retirement savings. This can be used for a variety of purposes, including the down payment on a home. Maximum available. You can borrow up to 50% of your account balance with a maximum loan of $50,000. The loan must generally be repaid within 5 years, but if used to purchase a primary resident, the repayment period may be extended. Pros: no background check. No credit check. Interest is paid to yourself, just like in life insurance. The interest isn't paid to the company, it's paid to you. I'll show you guys that in a minute. Quick access to funds. The process is usually faster than securing other types of loans. Cons: impact on retirement savings. It reduces your retirement fund balance, potentially hindering long-term growth, especially if the market performs well during the repayment period. Potential tax penalties. If you leave your job or cannot repay the loan, the outstanding balance may be considered a distribution subject to income taxes and 10% early withdrawal penalty if you're under 59 and a half. Debt obligation. The 401k loan may be factored into your debt to income ratio, which can impact your mortgage qualification. So it looks like life insurance will probably be your better option, depending on the cash value that you have available to you. But why would you borrow from your insurance as opposed to borrowing against it? I told you this all the time. So you would do something called a collateral assignment. Right? So what's that collateral assignment? I'm going to show you guys the fucking paperwork. Hold on here. I got some shit coming up on my So Zero, I actually see here you had a question. I don't know if you still here, Zero. If you are, put a 1 in the chat or something so I know to answer your question. I'm gonna answer it on the video that you typed in. But I think that's something that I mentioned here that all too often doesn't get mentioned is time horizon. right? So actually, let's do this, right? We'll answer it in live time, right? So let's go here. He says, dang, what did Trap do? Let's go to the video, right? So here are 4 factors to consider when evaluating. This is one of the videos I did, 4 key factors to determine your risk tolerance. So he asked, what did Trap do? Trap really didn't do too much, but exist. 2Triv, what's going on, bro? But he also asked, what do I mean by time horizon? So I'm going to give you guys the answer. Time horizon is the period of time, usually predetermined, when to access money. For example, people know they want to retire at a certain age while working. If they're currently 40, they're at 65. To be able to access the retirement account money at that point in time. In reply, and let me do my usual. It's a long story, bro. Salute and thanks for watching. Right? So let's continue now. I'm going to remove that. But that was just the chat GPT when we're talking about, retirement. I'm sorry, buying a house. Right? And so let's see if I can actually shout out to Black women making money. You know what? We're going to answer those questions right now, too. Let's do it. Right? Black women making money. Because you know what's shameful? When it comes to black men up here, I got black men who got all this supposed kit and caboodles of money. Let's shout out to black women making money. Right? Boom. So she says, right, there's an article from Yahoo Finance which asks, it's time to get those tax savings. Yahoo has 5 questions to ask your financial advisor. Are there opportunities to accelerate or defer income? So let's answer number 1. You don't particularly want to defer income, right? Why don't you want to defer income? Your 401k is deferred income. But what that does is that lowers your taxable income today, right? And while your taxable income today is a good thing, and if y'all can get in touch with Cherie, I don't know if she's up and about or even sees that I'm alive right now. I'm definitely going to clip this and send this her way, right? But let's look at these 5 questions to ask your financial advisor. Let's increase the screen so you guys can see this a little better. Right? So question number 1, are there opportunities to accelerate or defer your income? There's always opportunities to defer your income. An IRA, a 401k, a solo 401k, even a Roth IRA. But there's maximums to those. One great one is the rich man's Roth, which is an index universal life insurance policy. You see, all of these things that defer your income, they have maximums that you can contribute. The maximum you can contribute to your 401k is what, 25,000? The maximum you can contribute to an IRA is 7,000. The maximum you contribute to a Roth IRA is 7,000. And these grow on simple interest. In fact, let's do this because life insurance grows on compound interest. Thank you for that, Malika. All the ladies in the chat, make sure you guys go and follow Cherie, Black Women Making Money. Make sure you guys also go and follow Victoria, the credit solutionist, and Mentor Shelley. It's a shame that I've had more Black women do consults with me when I've been trying to focus on Black men, trying to gear my content toward Black men. Black men would rather jerk off than listen to this shit. Or I'm sorry, let me be PC. Fuck that. I'm gonna be like Dan Pena. These niggas would rather fucking jerk off and sit on 4-hour circle jerks and talk about what's wrong with the Black women. Meanwhile, I've had Black women who have paid for my consult upfront, sight unseen, sat with them and said, hey, we've sat together for an hour. And you know what these Black women had the nerve to tell me? Oh, I'll pay you for another hour. No, ma'am, you will not pay me for another hour. You're going to take that money and you're going to put that into your financial plan that we're going to put together. And I say that facetiously that they had the nerve to tell me they're going to pay me for my time. Meanwhile, I've got Black men who have hundreds of thousands of dollars supposedly in assets, and I got to chase them down. Right? Or they put that shit on the back burner. I've got Black men who have shit that now that it's pressing, they want to come to me and think I'm supposed to jump because they have an emergency. Bro, you should have come to me before it was an emergency and you wanted to get this shit done. Don't come and ask me for advice now that the shit is done. The shit's done. Lay in the bed you made, brother. I came to you ahead of time. You couldn't give me the consideration. Don't think I'm going to bend over backwards to give you the consideration now that it's crunch time. Your emergency does not constitute my emergency, sir. So, are there opportunities to accelerate or defer income? Yes, there are opportunities to accelerate and defer income. And Malika, make sure you put your Etsy and everything in there as well. Right? And y'all make sure to go support Malika as well. Put your Instagram and all that. Don't neglect yourself, my girl. I might have to start restructuring my content and catering to Black women. Because me looking out for Black men, yes, I've got a couple of $1 million clients who are Black men. No, I don't have any $1 million clients who are Black women. But the Black women who are my clients don't play no fucking games. And I've had Black women who have sent me Black men, and the Black men have been like, hey, I've been sent to you by a Black woman, da-da-da-da-da. And I give a whole bunch of value. And then niggas want to, I need you to sign an NDA. Motherfucker, shut the fuck up. I don't need to sign an NDA. You're protected by HIPAA laws. And again, I curse, spit, and listen to gangster rap. I'm passionate, just like Dan Pena, just like Ted Pitt. Right? But these Black women ain't playing no fucking games. Meanwhile, I'm playing games with you niggas fucking lotioning your fucking dick up all day. That's why Dan Pena said, do I need to give y'all this vaginal cream? Because y'all niggas apparently ain't got no fucking balls. Right? Now, when you are deferring income, you have to realize, number one, if you're putting it into a 401k, that's $25,000 maximum. If you can stand to contribute $25,000 a year to this product, it's likely that you're living off of substantially higher than a lifestyle of $25,000. She said spineless arses. Yes. Spineless arses. Right? And so what happens is a lot of people will do something like the backdoor Roth, which is a waste of money. We're going to go back to ChatGPT because I want it to explain the difference between compound interest and simple interest. Because with a lot of these things, you're only getting simple interest with the 401k, with the IRA, with the Roth IRA. Let's look at it here. We're going to remove this. We're going to stop. We're going to present this to you guys. We're going to go back to ChatGPT. Okay. And we're going, oh yeah. So this will show you, final thoughts. Both options have their advantages and depending on your specific financial situation. Use life insurance cash value, and you don't even have to use the life insurance cash value. If you want flexible repayment option without affecting your debt to income ratio and have a well-structured permanent policy. Borrow from a 401k if you need a quick loan with a set repayment schedule and prefer to avoid any risk of policy lapse. Right? So, explain simple interest and compound interest and give examples of products that have use each. Understanding simple interest and compound interest is crucial when evaluating financial products. Whether you're saving, investing, or borrowing money, let's break down each concept and look at examples. Definition of simple interest. Simple interest is calculated only on the principal amount, which is the initial sum of money invested or borrowed. The interest amount does not change over time because it is not compounded. Formula: simple interest equals principal times rate times time, where principal is the initial amount, let's say 1,000. Rate is the annual interest rate, e.g. 5% or 0.05. Time is the duration in years, e.g. 3 years. Example, you invest $1,000 at a 5% simple interest rate for 3 years. Interest equals 1,000 times 0.05 times 3 equals 150. So you can earn $150 over that 3 years. Total amount: 1,000 is your principal plus $150 in interest. Example of products using simple interest: auto loan, short-term personal loans, or bonds. Compound interest. So the definition of compound interest is interest is calculated on the principal amount plus any interest that has already been added to the account. It means you earn interest on your initial investment as well as on the accumulated interest from previous periods, right? So compound interest equals principal times 1 plus the rate divided by n times time minus principal. N is the number of times interest is compounded per year, e.g. quarterly, 4, or monthly, 12. Example calculation: $1,000 at 5% annual interest rate compounded yearly for 3 years. Total compound: $1,000 times 1 plus 0.05 times 3 equals 1,000 times 1.157625 equals $1,157.63. So notice that with compounding, you earn $7.63 more than with simple interest. So now, as time goes, the compounding just increases. So where are you going to see this? Savings accounts. Most savings accounts, generally high yield savings accounts, use compound interest, usually compounding daily or monthly. Guess what else uses compound interest? Let's see here. No, that's the 401k stuff. This is simple interest stuff, right? So let's check this. Does life insurance grow in simple interest? Life insurance cash value grow in simple interest or compound interest? Oh, geez, I can't spell. And give an example with a chart explaining. Oh shit, go ahead. Go ahead, Malika. Yeah, I wasn't at the last meeting, but we're definitely going to be having more of those. So now, does life insurance cash value grow in simple interest or compound interest? And give an example with a chart explaining the cash value of a permanent life insurance policy, such as whole life, index universal life, or variable universal life. And you'll usually hear me speak against variable universal life because just like the buy term invest the difference people, I think insurance should be insurance and investment should be investments. But VUL, IUL, and whole life typically grow using compound interest. Why does life insurance cash value use compound interest? The cash value earns interest or returns based on the chosen crediting method, fixed rate, index based, or market performance. Each year, the interest is added to the principal, and in subsequent years, the interest calculation includes the newly accumulated interest as well. Dividends and credits. For policies that pay dividends, whole life, dividends are added to the cash value, compounding over time. And IULs, credits based on index performance are added to the cash value, compounding yearly. Examples with the charts. Let's compare the two scenarios: simple interest and compounding interest growth for the cash value of life insurance policy within the following assumptions. So, ladies, broke genius was good. So, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, stop asking about his 401k. Ask him, yo, bro, fuck all the bullshit. Fuck the 401k, because that's some bullshit, and anybody can contribute anything to that. You got life insurance? Ask about his life insurance. Get that. Right? So, we're going to compare the two scenarios, simple interest and compound interest growth for the cash value of a life policy with the following assumptions. Initial cash value. So we're going to say the principal cash value is only $10,000. We're going to say the interest rate is 5%. We're going to say the time period is 10 years, which I got to show y'all something. Interest. Let's just look at this. I might need to sign back in. Protection from ups and downs. Growth IUL. Is this the right target market? No, this is not the right product. What is it? Interest rates, right? I forgot what the RC section 7702. Give me a second here. I'm pulling something up. I can't. What is it? Okay. November interest. Why can't I figure out what that was? Right. So let's look at this with the 5% annual versus the 5% compound. So simple interest, you're going to get your 5% from year 0 to year 1. You're going to increase to 10,500, right? Well, the compound interest year 1, you're going to grow to 10,500. Seems about the same. Now let's look at year 2. Year 2, 11,000. Year 2, 11,025. Okay, not that big of a difference. Year 3, 11,500. Year 3 in compound interest, $11,576.25. So you're up $76.25 in 3 years. Year 4, 12,000. Year 4 with compound, $12,155.06. So you're up $155. Year 5, $12,500 with simple interest. Mind you, you're getting 5% annually. Year 5 with 5% on the 12,000, you're at $12,726.81. Year 6, 13,000 with the 5% annual. Year 6, $13,400.95 with the 5% compound. Year 7, 13,500. Year 7 with the compound, 14,071. Wait, now I'm up over $500 in 7 years. Well, let's look at compound interest year 8. Year 8, you're at 14,000. Year 8 will compound, you're at 14,774 and 55 cents. Year 9, you're at 14,500. You're up over $1,000 at year 9 at $15,513.28. Year 10, you're at 15,000. Year 10 with compound interest, you're at $16,028.94. So the analysis, a simple interest growth. The interest is always calculated on the original $10,000 principal. Each year, $500, 5% of the $10,000 is added, leading to linear growth. Compound interest growth. The interest is calculated on the principal plus the accumulated interest. The result is an exponential increase in the cash value over time. By year 10, the difference is notable. Simple interest, you got $15,000. On compound interest, you got $16,288.94. Right? So the conclusion, the compound interest nature of life insurance cash value growth makes it a powerful tool for building wealth over time. The longer the policy is in force, the more significant the compounding effect, making it a valuable asset for long-term financial planning. Right? Let me see if I can IUL rates. That's what it was, right? So I want to show you guys something else, because remember, everybody's talking about put your money into something that can get you 10%, because they're talking about the market and the fact that the S&P 500 has an annual historical rate of return of 10.3%. Its highest was the first year Trump was in office in 2016 at 13.3%. But you have to have the behavioral finance, the risk tolerance, and the financial behavior to weather the storm. Or you could just get an IUL and have your shit look like this. Hold on. Hold on. Cancel. Boom. Or you could just get an IUL. Oh, shit. Hold on. You could get an IUL and have your shit look like this. Where is it? So we're looking at the new rates, right? So this is as of October 21st, the November life insurance rates. Now, let's first look at the state of New York, because the state of New York has lower rates than the rest of the country, because the state of New York wants you to invest in the stock market. So the maximum we illustrate, so when you buy an IUL from me, I'm going to show you, you're growing at a 4.98% compound interest rate. That's what we illustrate. Maximum illustration rate. Then you got your participation rate, meaning you're participating 100%. But let's say I just put you in the S&P 500 1-year point to point. What I show you is 4.9%. What you're actually getting is 7.5%. Let's look at places outside of the state of New York. Right? And this is something that can be given to you, the client, right? And if you're in a fixed percent, you're growing at 4% compound interest, and your guarantee is 1%, right? But if you're outside of the state of New York, as of November 1, 2024, your rates were showing here at 5.92%. That's the highest I could legally illustrate and show you. But what you're actually going to recognize is a 9.25% cap. 9.25%. Almost 10%. Yes, these are the new rates. They can change their rates. Generally, they can change their rates monthly. Now, the way that it works is, and I'm glad you asked that, Malika, because you are actually a client of mine. So this is something that is important to you. The way that it works, generally with most people who are average income earners, if you're not putting, you know, 70, 80, $100,000 into this life insurance policy, I'm going to keep you on the safest index, which is going to be the S&P 500 1-year point to point. I'm not going to put you in the S&P 500 rotator RC25. And these are shit that motherfuckers ain't talking about, right? I'm not going to put you on the BlackRock multi-asset, right? Because there's no cap rate, but there's a 210% or a 270% participation rate, right? Meaning if it does 20%, you're doing 270% of the 20%. So if it does 20%, 100% would mean that you would be doing 30%. 200% means you're doubling, because in order to double, you need to do 200%. When you're talking about investing, if you invest $1,000 and you get a 100% return, that means that you got 50% of your investment back. So that 100% return means that you earned $500. In order to get double your money, you need a 200% return, meaning that you got the entire investment back. But again, most people don't know shit about investing. So all these people are getting rich off of your fucking backs and your lack of knowledge. Right? No shade to Diamond Dave. He's trading options. He's got that highest paid online. Erica Williams wants to do that. She put up some bullshit about some fucking investors talking about, oh, we don't use life insurance, really? Look, I'm going to bring you to ChatGPT. Right? But yes, these are the new rates. Right? So if you're in the S&P 500 1-year point to point, you're locked in for 1 year. At the end of that 1 year, you call me up, you say, hey, listen, I want to take a look at the new rates and see if I want to reallocate. Maybe we'll reallocate to the sector rotator. Maybe we'll reallocate to the Mark V. Maybe we'll, and again, motherfuckers don't even know what that is. Let's see what the Mark V is. How about that? Right? Let's do this. We're going to open this link in a new tab. And you guys don't see that. I just realized I'm not sharing my whole screen. But again, all this shit definitely goes to mating and dating. Fuck asking him if he's got the money up front. The reason women are asking for money is because they want to know that the man is a good steward of money. If you're so willing to take her ass to Ruth Crisp, aka Ruth's Chris, for the first date, either you have money that has you in that realm or you don't. Prime example. Here's something funny as shit that you guys probably don't know. The same chain that owns Cheesecake Factory, you know, that chain restaurant that the girl was like, I won't go to the Cheesecake Factory. You know, the same chain that owns Cheesecake Factory owns Fogo de Chao, which is why generally when you go to places like on Long Island or places that they have the high-end restaurant, there's a Cheesecake Factory and a Fogo de Chao. Because they know some people can't afford to go to Fogo de Chao, but they can afford to go to Cheesecake Factory. Well, they're sucking up money on both ends of the spectrum. So we're going to go here. We're going to look at the BNP Paribas, which is the Barclays. Right? Their Momentum Multi-Asset 5 Index. The BNP Paribas Momentum Multi-5 Asset Index is the exclusive property, blah, 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 blah. Well, this is more of a prospectus, which is something you probably will never get from any of these fake ass investment people. But so, yes, there are new rates, Malika. Every year, you want to check about the rates, right? Right now, you're in a good position to stay allocated to the S&P 500 because the rates are actually higher now than when you started. Now, there is something called arbitrage where the insurance companies, and there are people who speak against the IUL who will say, well, wait, you don't want to get the IUL because whole life has a guarantee. It does have a guarantee. However, IULs do not have a guarantee. This is true. The thing about the IUL not having a guarantee is that guarantee that you don't have is the fact that, hey, yes, they can change their rates at any time they see fit, but they can't change it. If you're in the contract, they cannot change the rate on you. The way they can change that rate is if you said, hey, Alonzo, I want to think about it. And today is, what's today? Wednesday? Today is Tuesday. I want to think about it, right? And I go, okay, you can think about it. And then after you think about it, you wait, a week or two. Well, that waiting a week or two costs you money, because now they're going to fuck around and change their rates. And so unfortunately, when last week I showed you, 4.98%, and you would be able to get 7.98% New York numbers, or 5.92%, you were able to get 9.25%. Well, they found out that that's too lucrative. And unfortunately for you, see, Malika was locked in. But unfortunately for you, Broke Genius, I'm not picking on you, just the first name I saw. Unfortunately for you, Broke Genius, you decided to wait a week. And in that week, they did their calculations and they were like, you know what? Malika and them and all these people who are locked in, we can't do nothing about their rates. We got to leave them where they are. But we're going to change the rate now. We're going to cut it in half. So now, Alonzo, you can only illustrate it 2.98%, and they're only going to get 5.1%. So now you come back and you're like, yo, son, I'm ready. All right, bro, let's sign the paperwork. Oh, damn, this is only 2%. Yeah, I told you last week that it was 4%, but those numbers aren't set in stone. They're only set in stone once your contract becomes a contract. Because once your contract is the contract, the wording in the contract is ironclad. So while Malika's at 9.25% compound growth, you're at 5.2% compound growth. Hey, it beats a blank. It might go up next year. It might go down. That's why you as the client do have an obligation to yourself to come and say, hey, Alonzo, I'd like to do a review. Malika, I think I owe you a review as well. And don't keep your knee on my neck. Let me know. Because listen, I'm always seeking for the newest client. I work on commission, but part of my commission is as long as you keep the policy in force, I still get paid. A lot of motherfuckers won't tell you that. When you buy life insurance from somebody, that's why it behooves them to keep you as a client, right? If I could show you guys the Penn State University study on life insurance, they show you 1% of term life insurance policies pay out. 47% of term life insurance policies cancel by year 2. So yeah, they're cheaper, but they're more expensive. Because if you have a policy that, number one, ain't going to pay out to your family, which is what you're paying for, what's the point? And then number two, you ain't going to keep beyond 2 years. What's the point? They'll tell you, oh, what about the fees in whole life insurance? What about the fees in IUL? Yeah, the fees are the same. Because with term life insurance, even though the fees aren't there, the fact of the matter is if you cancel a term life insurance policy, you get jack shit from it. The fees are there from a permanent, either a whole or an IUL, to avoid you from canceling it like you would from a term. Because you can cancel a term and maybe I spent $600 a year. So I spent a whole total of $1,200 over the course of 2 years. Big whoop. Not the end of the world. Now turn around and say you put a whole life policy, you're spending $600 a month. You're going to be a whole lot more leery about canceling that and losing all that money. So whole life insurance is not expensive just for the sake of being expensive. It's expensive so that you fucking keep it. Now, let's answer these questions from Black Women Making Money. I'm sorry, I go on rants. But that simple interest is It's not something that you're going to have in a deferred income account. So in a deferred income account, that money is deferred, meaning, oh, in the future, you're going to have to pay income and capital gains tax. Now, most of my audience is between 32 and 48. In the last 30 years, have you seen the income tax rate go down or up? Well, I haven't seen it go down. I've only seen it go up. Which means that in the next 20 to 40 years when we're retiring, the income tax rate is probably going to be higher. Not to mention that the U.S. national debt, if we go to usdebtclock.org, the U.S. national debt keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. By the way, Trump supporters, of which I was one, let's stop with the bullshit of getting on Kamala Harris because she blew $1 billion. Because there's a guy by the name of Michael fucking Bloomberg who created like this ticker that you see going across the bottom and manages a hedge fund who blew $500 million in his campaign in 2020. Ain't nobody getting on his ass. So let's not get on VP Madam Harris on that. And like I said, let's put some respect on these women's names when they're running for political office. Would I particularly vote for a woman? I don't know. Call me sexist. Go ahead. I don't care. I don't know that I would vote for a woman. But, you know, Ms. Rice, Condoleezza Rice, may be a viable candidate. She has no interest in running for president. Mrs. Obama may be a viable candidate. But black folks, let's also stop acting like, oh, Barack Obama didn't do shit for black people. Shout out to Sheep Stay Sleep. He did something on that here where he was like, you know, people are crying, oh, Trump is racist. Ah. Trump ain't racist. Black Americans are racist against ourselves. What do I mean by that? We don't fucking do what needs to be done for politics. Why didn't Obama do shit for us? Because we didn't do shit for him. What do I mean? Yeah, we went and rocked the vote. But we didn't put our money where our mouth is. By doing things like donating to his campaign. Because when you donate to the politician's campaign, they then turn around and realize these are the motherfuckers who actually got me in office. Let me do something for them. The motherfuckers who I pandered to, who I said vote for me, and then they got that little I voted sticker. They didn't do shit for me. The people who raised $1 billion for Kamala are the people who did shit for Kamala. Excuse me, Madam VP Harris. Again, let's put some respect on their name. Madam Hillary Clinton. Right? We don't call Bill Bill. We call him Bill Clinton. We don't call George George. We call him George W. Bush. We don't call the Donald. We call him Donald J. Trump. We don't call Obama Barry. We call him Obama. When you get into politics, you use their last name. Now, a lot of that with men generally has to do with the fact that as a man, you have to work for your family. And as a woman, you generally get to look at things on your own or for yourself. But that's just something to look at there. Can I minimize my capital gains tax liability for the year? So that one, again, depends on the things that you're investing in. And again, a life insurance policy is going to vastly minimize your capital gains tax liability. Have I maxed out my tax advantaged accounts this year? Again, can you afford to? Can you afford that $7,000 in that IRA? Can you afford that $7,000 in that Roth IRA? Can you afford that $25,000 in that 401k and still live a comfortable lifestyle? How can I prepare for upcoming life events? Insurance And not just life insurance, long-term care insurance, disability insurance. What should we have done differently this year? That's not a question that your financial advisor can actually answer, because you are driving the ship. The financial advisor can only do with what the information you give. Is just like the doctor. Hey, doc, how's my health? I don't know, motherfucker. I'm only going based on the test that I take today. You know, because you're supposed to be gauging this shit daily on your own. That's the problem with these articles. A lot of these articles are theory, right? These people may even have the licensure. I'll give you another person. Let's look at a person who's my relative. Dion Raboin, Market Takes. Dion Raboin of Wall Street Journal. This is my actual relative. You don't believe me? Let's go to my Facebook. Let's not go to Reels. Let's go to my Facebook. Let's go to my family. Big Dion Raboin. Oh, wait. Look at that face. Oh, hold on. We're not on my Facebook. Hold on. Let me remove this. Let me share my entire screen. Right? So, Dion Raboin, right? Wall Street Markets. Oh, Dion Raboin. Wait, that's my cousin. Again, I'm not in the fucking chitlin circuit. So y'all about to put some fucking respect on my name. I came in this game way too fucking humble. And nigga, Alonzo, you need to humble yourself. Fuck humbling myself. Like Meek Mill said, tell him that I'm strapped. I don't want to rumble. Fuck being humble. Fuck being humble. I'm in the rooms with some big motherfucking powerful money makers and movers and shakers. Most of these motherfuckers are in rooms with chitlin circuit nignogs. So fuck being humble. Right? Again, shout out to everyone who's come along, seen me so far. I've been going for a little over an hour. I've actually run over the time because I was supposed to be doing something else, such as life. But again, I'm not no chitlin circuit nigga, right? I'm a powerful black man who's been in powerful rooms. And maybe I need to put some more respect on my own goddamn name. He said advise on him, right? This ain't no chitlin circuit Chicken George bullshit. I'm like Django. You can't treat me like them other niggas because I'm not like them other niggas. Right? So hopefully you'll watch Diamond Dave shit with this quote unquote financial coach. But I bet you that woman, no shade to her, ain't connected to the people I'm connected to. Ain't in the rooms that I'm in. And the reason I'm upset is because I'm trying to bring it to the general public. But y'all keep going to these fucking chitlin circuit ass niggas thinking that they're going to teach you something other than to put money in their own fucking pocket. Diamond Dave has this options course where you can trade options and Forex. And again, no shade to him, get your money. Just like my man Savings Minus Debt says, listen, no shade to them, it's business. I'm not upset with them. I'm upset with you, the consumer, for falling for the bullshit. Right? He's got a margin account because you motherfuckers are paying the money to get in his highest paid online.net. Just like Erica Williams, Smart Money Classic. What the fuck have you learned from that? What rooms have you been in? Where has them motherfuckers brought you the fucking comptroller of the United States of America? Right? Where have them motherfuckers brought you motherfuckers who are doing business in over 100 countries? Again, no shade to them. I want them to be in these rooms with me, but them niggas ain't in these rooms with me. You know how many people look like me who are in those rooms with me? Me. So, I get very passionate, yes. Just like Dan Pena. Before I end this off, I think I'm going to end this off with another rant from Brother Dan Pena. Right? Because again, I'm not in these chitlin circuit rooms. Right? I'm not in these chitlin circuit rooms. Right? Let's look at Dan Pena cursing some shit out again.
We ought to just line, this cement wall. We ought to just line all your parents up there. Ah! Cut them down like the fucking dogs that they are. Most of the people on this is what you should do, metaphorically speaking. You should have rolled down the inside of your fucking fat mother's thigh, you stupid cunts. Don't you realize that? And everybody doesn't deserve to be alive. Who the fuck said that? And you know what the snowflakes say? They say, Mr. Pena, every snowflake ever created is different, which is true. Of the trillions and gazillions of snowflakes, right?
Victim and victory is action.
And so we're all different people. And this with his fucking earrings and shit. As opposed to snowflakes melt under pressure. You don't deserve to live. And if you really believe that we're going to run out of food, which is a load of shite, and you're worried, kill yourself, metaphorically speaking. If half the world killed themselves, we wouldn't have a food shortage. We'd be cured overnight. Personal development. You can't measure personal development. The morons will eat it up like ice cream. You can't fucking measure it. How do you measure personal development? You don't, you fucking retards! You cannot measure personal development. And here you are. Now think about that. Or don't think too hard because you don't have even that many brain cells. I don't give a shit. Nobody, don't you understand? Nobody cares about all the trials and tribulations of your fucking weak cunt lives. Don't you understand that? What the fuck do I have to do here? I saw every regret since I'm born till I fell dead in my son's rehearsal dinner flashed before me in 100 millionth of a second. Every fucking regret she ever had. We're all energy, kids. Every fucking regret she ever fucking had, she saw in a millionth of a second flash before her. And that's what I've been telling people for 50 fucking years. And the only reason I'm going to find out is if I got to die myself first and be brought back. So if you think that when you die, it's all over, it ain't. And Steve Jobs knew that. So every miserable cunt-like thing you did in your miserable fucking life is going to haunt you the rest of eternity. If this is, I hope is a stretch, they could spit on your wife and you wouldn't do a goddamn thing. They could say your wife's a filthy slut whore and you don't do a goddamn thing. What the fuck happened? And your wife will pull you by the arm. Oh, honey, we don't want any trouble. Get away, bitch. And now fucking hit him with a brick. And you're hoping that she pulls you a little harder so you don't have to show like you had a pair. What the fuck happened? Is every man in fucking Britain a meaty mouthed weenie?
So we're going to stop right there. Ladies and gentlemen, the reality is this, right? I've showed you guys some for real deal shit. I'm in rooms with these type of motherfuckers on a daily basis, right? What I want you guys to start doing, he says, cuss, spit, and listen to gangster rap. Ain't that the truth? That's what I say all the time, right, brother? I cuss, spit, and listen to gangster rap, right? And there's a reason I do that, because I'm passionate. I ain't got time for the bullshit. If you're offended by these words, then you're probably a fucking snowflake. Right? I have relatives of my own. Alonzo, you shouldn't be cursing it. Motherfucker, I've been the snowflake motherfucker for the first 10 years of my career. You didn't bother to do business with me. Why are you now concerned? Oh, my cursing might affect my business. It ain't gonna affect it with you, so I don't give a fuck. The motherfuckers who resonate are the motherfuckers who are my clients. You know who else is potty mouth? The CEO of Morgan Stanley, Ted Pick. Rael, what up? You might have to catch the replay. I'm about to shut it down. But what I was saying is I was going on a rant to Triv, what's good? I was going on a rant because I just had Dan Pena playing, right? You know I curse, spit, and listen to gangster rap. I was going on a fucking rant because, yes, Diamond Dave, Erica Williams, the real Dana, Chitlin Circuit. No shade to them niggas, but they're fucking Chitlin Circuit. They ain't got motherfuckers that I've got access to. They got access to Steve the Dean about game. They got access to motherfucking Judge Joe Brown. Nothing wrong with him. Because we have to climb somewhere. But let's climb out of the fucking Chitlin Circuit. Again, in these rooms that I've been in, the motherfuckers that look like me, who was there was me. Chitlin Circuit. Rael, you know goddamn well, goddamn good and well these niggas is Chitlin Circuit. And that's the shameful shit. We can't be fucking Chitlin Circuit out this piece. You know? Again, no shade. But shit, shout out to Black Women Making Money. One of the things I noticed, she doesn't really have black folks on her channel no more. At least black men. On her YouTube, on her Facebook. I've asked her, hey, do you know about the collateral assignment? Actually, before I go, since I'm going on a rant, let's continue on a rant. We're going to go back to ChatGPT. Explain using life insurance as collateral for a home purchase. Using life insurance as collateral for a home purchase is a strategic way to leverage the cash value of the permanent life insurance policy to help you secure a mortgage. This can be beneficial for meeting lender requirements or improving your borrowing terms. Here's how it works and why you might consider it. How it works: establish cash value first. Oh, but the opportunity cost. What the fuck do you think is the opportunity cost when you're putting money in a 401k or an IRA? But them motherfuckers will tell you with the quickness, mortgage loan originators, borrow from your 401k, knowing that that's going to affect your debt to income ratio. Establish cash value. First, you need a permanent life insurance policy that has accumulated significant cash value. This is only possible with whole life, index universal life, or variable universal life, not with term life. Again, it's very difficult to do with variable universal life because variable universal life is you're subject to the market. Assign the policy as collateral. Instead of withdrawing cash value or taking a loan from the policy, you can use the cash value as collateral with the lender. Fuck using cash value. You can use the death benefit as collateral. The lender would be listed as a collateral assignee in the life insurance policy. This means that if you default on the mortgage, so again, if you default on the mortgage, you don't even have to die. If you default, the lender has claim to the policy's cash value. So what the fuck does that mean? Professional development. What's good, brother? Black women get into the Brinks truck. Prince Pierre, you already know it. Prince Pierre ain't no joke. He's stomping down on a bunch of you bitch ass niggas because a bunch of you bitch ass niggas tried to do business with him too, and y'all gave him the humminess. Oh, I want to think about it. Oh, I need to wait. Oh, this happened. Oh, that happened. You know what happened when a black woman came to me? I need to do this. I want to do this. Now, there's been black men who came to me and said, I want to do this. I need to do this. Prince Pierre was one of them. Sheed We Here was another one of them. I'm calling out names of black men who actually did shit. There's other black men who don't want to be mentioned, who I'm not going to mention, but they came to me and they did shit. Professional development. What's going on, brother? Again, shout out to Dan Pena. You going to hear me curse, spit, and listen to gangster rap out this motherfucker. But again, ChatGPT is telling you this, and just so you know, ChatGPT has passed all of the financial licensure. It's passed the CPA exam. It's passed the bar exam. It's passed the investment exam. So the lender would be listed as collateral assignee on the life insurance policy. This means that if you default on the mortgage, the lender has claim to the policy's cash value to recover their loss. Where does it say that you need to die? So this is life insurance while you're alive. 3, collateral assignment. This is a temporary transfer of rights. You still own the policy and maintain control, but the lender has a secured interest in it until the loan is repaid. Once the mortgage is paid off, the collateral assignment is terminated and full control of the policy reverts to you. Qualifying for the mortgage. By using the life insurance policy as collateral, you may meet the lender's requirements for reserves or secure better loan terms, especially if you lack sufficient liquid assets. Now, I've said this to Cherie. She's a mortgage loan originator. She is not familiar with this, likely because she hasn't found people who have the financial advisors like me who give a fuck about their clients. So let's look at an example scenario. And again, I obviously didn't type this up. What did I type on fucking ChatGPT? Explain using life insurance as collateral for a home purchase. And this is what it broke down. Example scenario. Let's say you wanted to purchase a $500,000 home and you needed a 20% down payment, $100,000. You have an index universal life insurance policy with a cash value of $120,000. Instead of taking out a traditional cash value loan or withdrawal, you opt to assign the policy as collateral for the mortgage. The lender sees this as additional security, improving your chances of getting approved or obtaining better interest rates. But ask many mortgage loan originators, hey, are you familiar with a collateral assignment? No, which means they ain't doing mortgages in the volume, or they might be doing mortgages in the volume, but not, and when I say in the volume, I mean to the high net worth motherfuckers that matter. They're not doing the mortgages in that realm. No shade to Cherie. What I want to get to Cherie is, sister, you need to fucking work with me. You need to partner with me. I'm licensed in the states that you're in. Credit solutionist, you need to work with me. Mentor Shelly, you need to work with me. Y'all are black women interested in making money. Yes, I curse, spit, and listen to gangster rap. So does fucking Ted Peck. So does fucking Dan Pena. So does fucking Dave Walker, the former comptroller of the USA. Pros and cons. Again, I just said explain. ChatGPT put all this out. Pros. It improves your borrowing power. Having life insurance as a collateral can make you more attractive to lenders because it adds an extra layer of security for the loan. 2, it preserves cash flow. Instead of liquidating assets for a down payment, such as your 401k, you can keep your money working for you within the life insurance policy, allowing the cash value to continue compounding. Flexible repayment. If the policy has a strong cash value, it can potentially cover mortgage payments in the event of a financial difficulty, reducing the risk of foreclosure. Continued protection. The death benefit remains intact, offering protection to your beneficiaries even while the policy is assigned as collateral. The lender only claims the amount needed to satisfy the loan. The rest goes to your beneficiaries. Cons. Limited access to cash value. By assigning the cash value as collateral, your access to the policy's funds may be restricted. You might need the lender's consent to take loans or make withdrawals during the collateral assignment period. But if you do like wealthy people, wealthy insure one life at least 7 times, and you get a bunch of cash value life insurance policies, this defeats the whole purpose. Shout out to Rael. I know he's fucking salivating right now because he's like, damn, all these niggas talking about investments because it gets the investment advisor rich. It don't get you, the fucking average person, rich. Life insurance does that. But they did a great job going against that. Just like instead of a CPA for your taxes, you should use an enrolled agent. We're going to look at ChatGPT for that too, just so you understand. Because y'all going to stop listening to these chitlet circuit niggas because they got 100,000 followers. Because they talk about a bunch of bullshit all day. They ain't got the comptroller general in their circle. Sorry, they don't. Sorry, not sorry. Potential policy lapse. If the cash value depletes due to unpaid loans or market conditions in certain policies, the VUL, which is why I wouldn't use a VUL for collateral, the policy might lapse, leaving the lender without collateral. That won't happen if you have a properly structured policy. Tax implications. They fucking compare it to a 401k loan. I didn't ask them to do this. They did this, right? Like I said, explain life insurance as collateral for a home purchase. ChatGPT created all this, right? So let's look at the cons. Tax implications. If a policy loan is taken and it lapses, it could create a taxable event on the outstanding loan amount. Then it just created a comparison chart. Why? Because motherfucking all these fucking real estate agents who got their head up their ass. Mind you, I was a licensed realtor. I got my life insurance license. Said, let me go into real estate so I can kick these real estate agents' ass. And they partner with mortgage people, and these mortgage people don't want to do the additional paperwork. But I bet you they'd close a shit ton more loans if they use the life insurance as collateral. Impact on, let's look at the comparison with a 401k loan for mortgage down payment. Impact on retirement savings. Life insurance as collateral, 401k loan. Impact on retirement savings. There's none. It reserves your retirement funds. On a 401k loan, it reduces your 401k balance. But guess what? Your mortgage loan originator don't give a fuck about that. They just give a fuck about the points that they're about to put on this mortgage, which is usually 1 point or 1% of the loan. Well, guess what? If you get favorable loan terms, they can actually put more points on the fucking mortgage. Access to cash value. Restricted during the assignment. So yeah, you might not be able to borrow from your life insurance for a bunch of bullshit. But if your purpose is to get the mortgage, then you don't need to use it as an asset to borrow from. You have full access, but with repayment obligation. So, credit impact. No direct credit impact at all. But with that 401k loan, it increases your debt to income ratio. So again, borrow from your 401k. Now, mind you, it becomes a taxable event. You got to pay it back in 5 years. Okay, so now let's look at tax considerations. Generally, there are no tax implications. Meanwhile, with a 401k loan, there are potential taxes if not repaid. Policy growth. Cash value continues to grow. Well, if with a 401k, there's no growth on the board 401k funds. So in this same scenario, you got 120,000, right? Where's the scenario, right? Yeah, the scenario, you got 100,000, you borrow 100,000 from your 401k, that reduces the balance of your 401k. Let's say your 401k was 200,000, you borrow 100,000. Well, that investment is now only going to grow on 100,000, not on 200,000. The life insurance, let's say you got a cash value of 100,000, you borrow 100,000, you only have 20,000 there liquid. Guess what? Your interest compound is still growing on 120,000. So who should consider this? High net worth individuals. High net worth individuals, those with large well-funded policies who want to use existing assets without liquidating them. Entrepreneurs or business owners. They often use life insurance as collateral when they may not have immediate access to cash, but want significant wealth, but have significant wealth tied up in assets. Investors seeking leverage. People look to maximize their borrowing power while preserving their investment growth. Erica Williams, you did a post about the investors talking about not using cash value life insurance. Those motherfuckers got their head up their ass. Obviously, they ain't making fucking money because ChatGPT just said high net worth individuals, entrepreneurs and business owners, and investors seeking leverage. People looking to maximize their borrowing power while preserving their investment growth. That would be sophisticated investors, not dumb motherfuckers in the chitlin circuit paying $89.99 for somebody's Discord so they can hear the latest dick sucker talk some dumb shit. And no, don't excuse my language. Key takeaways. Leverage without liquidation. Using life insurance as collateral allows you to leverage your assets without disrupting their growth. Uninterrupted interest. Who the fuck would want to do anything else? Rael, I know you sitting here laughing like, goddamn. Zoe been talking this shit since he came into the Black Manosphere. When I first came in talking about being the Blue Blazer, right? I got inundated with a lot of you fucking where's my hug at ass niggas bullshit. It's time to stomp down. Protect your heirs. The death benefit remains intact for your beneficiaries, only impacted by the lender's claim in the event of a default. It's a flexible financial tool. This approach can be a strategic way to secure a mortgage, enhance borrowing power, and maintain liquidity. In summary, using life insurance as collateral is a sophisticated strategy that can enhance your borrowing options for a home purchase without compromising your cash flow or liquidating long-term investments. It's a great fit for individuals with substantial cash value in their policies who want to leverage their life insurance to achieve real estate goals. Let's hit that as a like. Let's copy that. I'm going to have to do this as just its own thing. But listen, folks. He said, man, I'm over here crying. Bro, did I not say this shit when I first came into the space, bro? This was the shit I was saying when I first came into the space. Did I know it was going to be like this? No. But come on, man. This shit is ridiculous. Nobody wants to look at life insurance. Even these investment advisors, they don't want you to look at life insurance. Right? And I just learned something yesterday. And Rye, I don't know if you was there, but Dave just put me on something that's higher than PPLI. So listen, that's it for today, y'all. Wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. When people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute. I'm probably going to be back. I might come back and drop the link. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. And remember, folks, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute.